In this screencast, we're going to be covering a trick or workaround that I created for those who would like to have a fixed background. And if you look on the side, this is a great example of possibly a background image that you might want to have fixed. So if you scroll down, the image by default is fixed. So this is not, it's scrolling. So it scrolls with you. If it's fixed, the content will scroll, but the background will not, and so it'll stay in place. So I'm going to show you how in any theme, so this works for the NIC sites, GACC sites, third tier sites, all of them. This is how you can get this functionality. So you need to go to Configuration, System, GACC specific settings. So let's click on that. And we have our background image. And I'm going to just remove that. And for the background image, I'm going to choose. This is where the kind of magic happens. What I did was, if your background starts with fixed, so here's the example, it will actually be fixed. Here's two that I did. And so it can be all caps, it can be lowercase. I would highly recommend you get in a very regimented naming convention for files for the web, especially images and files like PDFs, and make all of the text be lowercase and never include spaces and add dashes and never include special characters. That's a really good naming convention that follows it. But to perform this trick, again, you just have to do fixed and a dash, which, instead of a space, you need a dash. And I'm going to select that. Click Save. And now if I go back to the site, so I'm going to open this up in a new tab to keep this open, I can see my mountain background photo is fixed. So that's awesome. So I never have to worry about hitting that black background. It's always going to be seen like this. And if I scaled it, it would just stay in place. And then if I go back and remove this, let's try a different one. So this isn't fixed. So this is to show you like how these two work. If I go back to the home, see it stays in place, and then we see that bottom. But this would be a great image to be fixed because you got all these nice mountain, the mountain peaks, and the clouds and the trees. But at the bottom, it doesn't fade. So if I faded, it might look okay. But since I didn't, this photo wouldn't look that great. So this would be a good example of one that I would probably rename as fixed and re-upload it to go in and have that same effect. So I can do that. I'm going to remove this. Let's see if I can do that really quick. This guy right here. So I'm going to rename it fixed, and then with a dash. And if I go there we go. Here's my example. Hit save. Go back to the home page, hit refresh. And awesome. See, that looks so much better. So some images are going to look good scrolling, and if you put a fade at the bottom, it won't look that bad. And some really dark images, like the fire image that's majority is black and red, those work well. But these bright images, if you scroll with it and then it just cuts and then just shows black, it just isn't as nice. So this hack workaround functionality will give you guys the ability to have the power to do either or a fixed image or a scrolling image. So that's it for the screencast. Thanks for watching.